Hi there. There's one common theme in most videos that I produce, and that theme centers around a simple 5-letter word, and that word is faith. Faith is a simple 5-letter word, but it is far from simple in how we live by it. You know, the Bible is very clear for us that faith is needed in every aspect of our lives. In fact, the Bible tells us that without faith, it is impossible to please God. So faith is essential as far as how we live our lives, who we live our lives for. So I wanted to talk about faith. Faith is challenging because it puts us in a place where we have to operate outside of ourselves. You know, most of us are probably controlling in spirit. We like to be able to handle things ourselves and not depend on other people's. You know, I can't tell you how many times I've, spoken with people and I hear something like, I really hate being a bother. I really don't want to involve other people. I have to handle it, right? And faith is really a stumbling block to a lot of us because faith requires us to operate outside those boundaries to where we have to depend on other people. We have to depend on other circumstances. Ultimately, we have to depend on God for our provisions in life. And we have to depend on God for salvation. This is why faith is such a stumbling block in the spiritual realm, because for us to be made right with God, we have to submit ourselves to God's way, which is faith. And we can't do it on ourselves. We can't be good enough. We can't, do enough, give enough money. We can't go to enough places or go on enough pilgrimages. We can't do this. We can't hold a list and make sure that we're doing everything right. We can't do any of that stuff. For us to be made right with God, it depends on our faith in Him and the way that He has established for us to be made right with Him. So faith is very important. Now, you think about an example in the Bible like Job. Job's story, if you get a chance to read through it, it just really shows us how very little we are able to control in life, which is very much nothing in life that we're able to control. It puts our minds in a maybe a restful place, thinking that we can control things, but really there's very little that we can control. One thing we can control is our response to situations in life, and we can't control how we respond to people and the decisions that we make. These kind of things we can control. But ultimately it requires faith in God to get us through this life. And so I would just like to encourage you to consider this. Faith, this simple 5-letter word, it can be very complicated. It can be very challenging for us. But God says without it, we cannot please Him. And ultimately it's Him that provides in our lives. I like what Jesus said, and I'll leave you with this thought. Jesus said that really we shouldn't be worrying about things. We shouldn't have anxiety in life. We shouldn't be wondering and worrying about how we're going to put food on the table or shelter over our head or any of these kind of things in life. He said, these things we cannot control and we should not worry about them. We are far more valuable to God than anything else in this world. And He will provide for us. But He gives 2 stipulations to that, and they both require faith. The first one is this. He says, seek first the kingdom of God. And the second one is to live righteously. Now, if you would like me to help you go deeper into what those 2 things mean, please reach out to me. I'd love to help you out. But just think about faith. Think about the idea of depending on God. Think about the idea of surrounding yourself with people that you can trust enough that can help you in times of need. These things are very important for us to find balance in life. Thank you for watching. And if you need me, all my contact information is at the bottom of this email. I hope you have a great day.